Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Hi all, welcome to the second episode of Ramayana. Let's do a quick recap of what happened in the previous chapter and move on to today's chapter. King Dasharatha had the thread ceremony for his 4 sons Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna. The sons were to leave to Guru Vashishta's Gurukul to get educated. The brothers learnt Vedas, Puranas, arts and sciences and also other fighting skills. They complete their education, seek the blessing of their Guru and leave for home. Chapter 2. The Breaking of the Bow. Demons had been disturbing the peace at sage Viswamitra's hermitage. So he requested Dasharatha, king of Ayodhya, to send his eldest son Rama to get rid of them. Rama and his younger brother Lakshmana killed the demons and restored peace in the hermitage. Sage Vishwamitra was pleased. One day he suggested to the brothers, "Let us leave for Janakpur." "What is happening there?" Rama inquired. "King Janaka has organized his daughter Sita's swayamwara. She shall choose her husband through a contest. Great kings and nobles want to try their luck." "What is the contest?" Lakshmana asked. "Whoever breaks the mighty bow of Lord Shiva shall win Sita's hand in marriage," Sage Vishwamitra replied. "We shall be happy to accompany you," Rama said. The 3 set off for Janakpur. On the way, Sage Vishwamitra explained, "The bow once belonged to Lord Shiva, but is now in King Janaka's possession. Sita is King Janaka's adopted daughter. He had discovered her as a baby in a furrow while he was ploughing a field. After a long journey, the 3 reached Janakpur. A majestic city, it had lush orchards and gardens, lovely lakes and ponds with fountains, and fine squares and bustling markets. The royal palace had bejeweled tapestry and staircases. King Janaka received sage Vishwamitra and the 2 princes warmly. Impressed with Rama and Lakshmana's regal bearing, he asked sage Vishwamitra, "O sage, who are these warriors, resplendent like the sun and the moon?" "The gems of the Raghu dynasty, the sons of Dasharatha, king of Ayodhya," sage Vishwamitra replied. At dawn the following morning, Rama and Lakshmana visited the royal garden to collect flowers for their morning prayers. There, Rama and Sita saw each other and were smitten. That night, Rama slept late. He kept thinking about Sita. Early next morning, an excited Lakshmana woke him up. "Today is the day of the bow contest." "Yes, Lakshmana," Rama smiled. Sage Vishwamitra, Rama and Lakshmana arrived at the palace, prepared for the contest. It was teeming with people. "Have the bow brought in," King Janaka ordered. 500 men pulled in a large 8-wheeled box with the bow. "Behold," King Janaka announced, "this is Lord Shiva's bow. When Sita was a child, she moved this bow. I had decided then that she would marry the man who could break this bow. Even mighty warriors like Ravana and Vanasura could not do that." Then Sita was summoned. As she entered with her companions, garland in hand, everyone was captivated by her beauty. "Whoever can break this bow of Lord Shiva shall win the hand of the princess in marriage," the court bard announced. Many kings and nobles tried their hand, but none could even lift the bow. When everyone had failed, a saddened King Janaka said, "Alas! My daughter shall remain unwed, as there is no hero amongst you who can even lift the bow, let alone string it or break it. Please return to your kingdoms, as I cannot break my vow." Lakshmana was furious. King Janaka should not speak this way while the princes of the Raghu dynasty are present. Then he said to Rama, "If you permit me, I shall pluck this bow like a flower and break it into two." Rama smiled and asked him to sit down. "Rama, go and break the bow," Sage Viswanathan said. Rama bowed before Sage Viswanathan and rose. He looked at Sita, who was seated on a throne, a vision of beauty and grace. Then he walked up to the box and lifted the bow with ease. The crowd was amazed. But as soon as he tried to string it, the bow broke into two halves. The sound of the bow breaking could be heard miles away. The crowd cheered loudly while Sita and Lakshmana looked at Rama proudly. King Janaka was delighted. Sita placed the garland around Rama's neck, and the two were united in holy matrimony. See you next Friday with another episode from the Ramayana. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.